Shalom, Yashala, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Yasharallah. Call Haloyim Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Harakah Kodash, for blessing our elders with the spirit of truth, so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Akwaf that's keeping the faith in the works. Y'all keep at it. This your brother Abai coming at you with more precepts. It's the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9 and verse 18. It says, "And now, when I prepared the world, which was not yet made, even for them to dwell in that now live, no man spake against me. For then every one obeyed. But now the manners of them which are created in this world that is made are corrupted by a perpetual seed, and by a law which is unsearchable, rid themselves." All right. Topic of today's video is this video I'm about to show you something that Sleepy Joe said that caught my attention, because you know how Babylon keep trying to push their agendas on us, right? So I'm gonna let this video play and I'll be right back.
To everyone celebrating Transgender Day of Visibility, I want you to know that your president sees you. Jill, Kamala, Doug, our entire administration sees you for who you are, made in the image of God and deserving of dignity.
Right though. Right though. He said to the T community, right? The T in the LGBT, I think it's QP plus now, something like that, right? Speaking to the T in the letter and the alphabet gang, he said they made in the image of God. So I wanted to get some understanding about the image of God, right? I really just broke it down for real with that one verse, but you know we're going to go deeper than that. So I'm going to read that one verse again, or those two verses again. 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 18. "And now when I prepared the world, which was not yet made, even for them to dwell in that now live, no man spake against me. For then every one obeyed. But now the manners of them which are created in this world that is made are corrupted by a perpetual seed, and by a law which is unsearchable rid themselves," right? So when the Most High first made this earth, and man was, he first created man, and I'm not talking about Adam, right? When he first created man, when he said, "Let us make man in our image," right? That image does not mean 2 arms, 2 legs, a head, and a body, right? It's on the ways of man to separate man from beast, right? And that's a whole nother topic in itself, right? But let's get this slight breakdown. Let's go to the book of Genesis. Genesis chapter 1 and verse 26. It says, "And Power said, Let us make man in our image, after our likeness." Now notice the two phrases, image and likeness. It sounds as though it's being repetitive, but it's not, because those are two different words that have different meanings, right? But it says, "And let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth." Ain't that how the Most High get down? He's over everything over this earth. He's not as a beast, right? It says, "So Power created man in his own image. The image of Power created he him. Male and female created he them." All right. Let's go to same book, but chapter 5. So Genesis chapter 5 and verse 3. It says, and Adam lived 130 years and begat a son in his own likeness after his image and called his name Seth. Right? So I'm going to go into the blue letter right quick. And I'm going to look up these words. Let me see. Genesis 5 and 3. And let me see. Okay. So the word likeness.
Strong's H 1823. Demuth. Demuth.
It's demuth. Right? And it says likeness, similitude, adverb, in the likeness of, like as. Right? And you go into, let me see. Tap the full entry. Similitude, likeness, image. Says Genesis 1:26, let us make man according to our image. Says according to his likeness, after his image. It says model, pattern, right? Appearance. So likeness is literally likeness, like made like 2 arms, 2 legs, and a body. Head, mind, right? That's likeness. But image, on the other hand, let me see.
Strong's H 6754. Selling.
Right? Selim says images of tumors, mice, heathen gods. Right? Image, likeness of resemblance, mere empty image, semblance. So we want to focus on the heathen gods aspect of it. Right? It's the ways in which one carries oneself. So when Buddy said they are made in the image of God, one must ask themselves, what God are these individuals in the image of? All right? Slot 1 second. All right, so what you're seeing on your screen is called the Baphomet. If you notice with this Baphomet, it has different images collectively as one. Has the wings on the back. It has the 2 lights behind it. It has the head of a goat. It has the upper portion of a woman and the bottom portion of a man and the legs of that same goat. Right? You can look at a statue that they have where they have a little Israelite boy looking up at the Baphomet and what looks to be a Edomite girl looking up at the Baphomet. Right? So when Sleepy Creepy Joe said that they are made in the image of God, one can only assume this is the God that you're speaking of, because you can't be speaking of the God of the Bible, because the God of the Bible tells us men are not supposed to wear women's garments and women are not supposed to wear men's. Right? Men ain't supposed to act like women and women are not supposed to act like men. But by us operating in this world that puts everything good as evil and everything that's evil is good, right? They are going to try to indoctrinate, as they have always been, with satanic nonsense. But they do it low key. And they use certain terms like God and Lord, an image of God. In God we trust, one nation under God, as though God is the Most High's name, and it's not. God is just a title. So, what God are you speaking of? Right? So, like, one sec. All right, so this is the wisdom of Solomon in the Apocrypha, chapter 14 and verse 12. It says, "For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life. For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever." Right? So there were no idols when the Most High said, "Let us make." When Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai said, "Let us make man in our image." Right? The whole world never spoke against Yahweh. It was only until the invention of these idols, man. Right? Let's go back to the book of Second Esdras. Second Esdras chapter 9 and verse 20. It says, "So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it. And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster, and a plant of a great people." Right? So this is another beauty of the Most High. The Most High knew that these idols were going to come. He knew that wickedness was going to come. So what he did was made spirits from before the world began to be righteous, to be able to endure all of the wickedness that this earth was going to have to go through and make it to the end, be conformed into the image of his son, and be saved. All right? Let's go to the book of Romans. Romans chapter 8 and verse 29. It says, "For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren." Right? Now, we bring out that point all the time about the 1/3 and the 144,000 when judgment day come. Those are the first fruits. Right? So the same as Yahushua was Yahweh's first creation, we fall into that same mindset because of us following his image, or us taking on his image, his ways, right? Following his words, following Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai whithersoever he goes. Right? Let's go to the book of Ephesians. Ephesians chapter 1 and verse 3. It says, "Blessed be the power and Father of our Adawan Yahweh Shai HaMashiach," or Lord Jesus Christ, "who hath blessed us with all spiritual blessings in heavenly places in Hamashiach, according as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love." Right? So it was already written before the Most High made the earth, before he made the world, that he was going to set apart certain people to maintain his image no matter what. Right? And even when the Most High takes the memory of them out of the earth, they'll always come back to that image. right? Even when they in the world, they not really operating in the world like that for real, because it ain't in them to. All right. Let me go to the book of First John, and I'm gonna end with this. First John chapter 2 and verse 15. Just to further put a nail in that coffin of what Sleepy Creepy Joe said about the T community being the image of power. Right? It says, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him." Right? So you are supposed to be against that T lifestyle, that L lifestyle, that BGTQP, all that. You're supposed to be against all that because it's of this world. It's not of the word. All right, so long story short, man, don't let these folk try to slip these words into your mental to try to get you to conform to how this world wants you to be, right? And you know how they try to play on your guilt strings and throw Pastor Poke Chop all in your face with, God love everybody and all the other nonsense, which ain't nothing but a lie, right? And maintain your true self. And your true self, so-called black, so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans, and all our brethren around the world, right? The truth of the matter is, you Yasharala, you the light of the world. You are the image of power, right? Be that no matter what, right? Ridicule, hate, whatever comes, just be that. And at the end of the day, we'll receive that salvation, right? And be the first fruits. So with that, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Tazah, these precepts in this video were edifying. Call Haloyim Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Harakah Kodash. Shalom Yashalom.